Happy Veterans Day, guys. This is Avon Eka. I just want to ask you guys a simple question. Hopefully that can empower you to think a little bit differently about your lives. So I was thinking about this. I was taking a look at some Facebook, some Facebook posts, sponsored posts, sometimes some Facebook ads. And I ended up noticing a lot of the comments. Some of them, 80% of them tend to be nice, but 20% of them come from a sense of critique, not even criticism. It's just negative energy, negative thinking and negative behavior, and automatically saying that whatever this person is selling is a scam. And then I started going a little bit deeper than that. You see the exact same similar types of people. If you go to their Facebook pages, you see the kind of things they post. You see what their influences are. You see what their behaviors are. It tends to be the same. I am almost never surprised. And then you see these same people who are trolls on Twitter, trolls on your Periscope. Maybe they're trolls on Google Plus or whatever, YouTube, whatever other media that you're putting out there, social or otherwise. They're the ones who are complaining. If you're telling them there's a system that you have or a program you're trying to sell or some ideas or concepts, those are the ones who are saying it must be a scam. There's no way. They use platitudes like money won't make you happy. You'll never get to that next goal. You got to step on heads. It's this class of people, this race of people, these types of, it's the same kind of language that goes on. It's almost like they went to school to learn this kind of behavior. But initially, if you basically how to deal with trolls, if you're in a situation where you post something and somebody comes back to you negative, with a negative response, negative comment, a sense of cynicism, you got to understand, there's the cynics in the world, followed by the criticism. So the first cynicism, they think, this can't be possible. There's no way that you are killing it in life or having a good life or you're making money doing whatever you say you're making money doing. And then the second thing that comes out of that is criticism. So to become a cynic, then they become a critic, right? And they're telling you it's horrible, it's a bad idea. And that's when they come outwardly with their negativity. And then the third one is they start judging. They become judgers and grudgers, right? They're trying to get consensus to support their belief structure and system. So how do you deal with people like that? To be honest with you, with me, initially, my animal brain, right, the back part of my amygdala gets angry initially. I'm like, man, forget this guy, F this guy. But you also got to understand the next thing after I've calmed that down is this. I feel sorry for those people. You got to ask yourself a simple question. What kind of mental movie is going on in their heads, right? What kind of mental movie, what kind of pictures are going on in their heads that they believe this negative behavior is acceptable to their paradigm, that's acceptable to their way of thinking and their way of living. You got to understand, you got to look back and look at all the other things that they're probably messing up in life. Is it any wonder that people who behave that way are not killing it in life? I look at profiles of people who are successful. I look at the profiles of people who are not successful. I learn just the same, right? The people who are not successful, who aren't doing what they want to do, who aren't living the way they want to live, they live in a world of mediocrity, cynicism, criticism, drudgery, grudgery. It's the same thing. They're quickly influenced by studies they see. They don't try new things. They don't have a belief structure that helps them get to another level in life and gets them out of where they currently are. And the ones who are successful took a chance. They saw an opportunity, took a chance. It may not work. Nothing's 100%. You may buy a product that doesn't work out for you. I've done that before. I've lost money on things that didn't work out before. But I would not be the person who I am today if I did not take the opportunity of the time to see what else was out there besides what I believe it's in my head. So at some point in time, when you start to raise your level of awareness, your belief structure, what you think is important to you, when you raise who you are and who you want to be, you start to see new opportunities come up. But in addition to that, the people who are closest to you, who are not part of that mission, they fall away. And then the others who you start attracting people to you, you start attracting the people to you who are on the same path, the same journey, the same mission. And at some point in time, you find yourself understanding that this is what life is supposed to be like. Life is experimentation. We are no longer cavemen where we can't take risks because we will be killed by mammoths. We'd be killed by woolly mammoths and cheetahs and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, that will not happen. So you have an opportunity nowadays with information, right? Because information changes your situation if you use it accordingly, if you apply it to who you are and what you want to be. So when you see a troll, when you see a cynic or a critic, again, I literally feel sorry for them. I've been seeing a lot of them, some of the same people lately, basically maybe based on people who are being targeted in Facebook ads. And it's increasingly saddening that somebody is living that way. The thing is, you have an opportunity and a choice not to live that way. You have an opportunity and a choice to look in the mirror and say, you know what? As much as I believe this may not work, I look at other evidence, I look at social proof, I read a little bit more, and I experiment. Take a little bit of risks. And even though, just take a little bit, to take a step forward. Again, the act of taking a step forward has its own inherent risk. But you will never get to the level where you think you need to be, believe you need to be, if you're not taking action, if you don't believe that it's possible for you to get there, and if you don't shed some of the cynicism and criticism that resides within you. And so my life changed when I started seeing the world in the way it is, and not necessarily the way I thought it was, based on limiting beliefs and ideas that I came up with and concepts that weren't necessarily supported with science and facts. And that may have been strictly anecdotal, because there are always examples contrary to what you believe to be true sometimes. And I'm not saying I'm 100% right. Even this conversation, you may not 100% agree with me, but it's in your best interest to take a look at what else is out there to see what works for you. And that action will get you to a place better and bigger than where you are today. And if you don't do that, you'll be stuck, and you'll be just like all the other people who are on Facebook, on YouTube, and Twitter, and Periscope, and Blab, who are trolls, who are complaining, who have a negative life, who have a horrible life. They suffer emotionally, financially, spiritually. They have a sense of loss, a sense of weakness. And you guys are better. We all deserve better than that. We weren't put on this earth to bring negative energy. That's why negative energy harms us, because that's not what we're supposed to be doing. So I want to challenge you. When you feel the urge to be a cynic, take a look in the mirror. When you feel the urge to be a critic, take a look in the mirror. If you're going to take the time to write a negative comment, take a look at yourself and say, what am I doing wrong that I need to work on? I need to change. While this person's trying to make a business and sell their ideas, what am I doing wrong? You deserve better than that. We all do. But we won't do better unless we know to do better and actually get our butts in gear and take that step. All right. Just want to challenge you today, and just a few little thoughts and comments I had. Take care.